Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Trade Talks Live. I'm Roger Wakefield, back in
Dallas.
What, Dallas,
Wiley.
Sexy. I'm somewhere. I know
All
I am.
the above.
I am somewhere, and wherever I'm at, that's where I am. I mean, I'm just going to throw that out there.
For today.
I want to make sure y'all see and understand that. Welcome to the Trade Talks Live. How are y'all doing? Glad to be here live. Man, it was so neat being at a mastermind last week. Got to see some cool people, learn some new things. It was really, really neat. And, you know, we just take care of things. It's the way we do it. And now we're lost, but I'm Roger. Pleasure to meet y'all. Guys, if you've been here before, welcome back. If this is your first time here, we go live every day at 11 o'clock Eastern time because, well, guess what? We think that if you study your niche, your industry, your profession, your world, whatever it is, you can move up to be in the top 5% of that just by doing that for about a year, year and a half. And it's not that you have to know everything about everything, but there's less things out there that you know less about. Warren Buffett, great thing. So anyway, we do this so you don't have to. Squirt looks it all up. I want you to know when he walks out of here, he goes to the library. And he is there for 23 hours before we do this again.
It is 10 miles uphill both ways, guys.
In the snow. But he does that for y'all. So anyway, we're glad to be here. As you see, I am not here alone. Say hello real quick. Mr. Kevin Hawthorne, good to see you as always.
No.
How we doing?
Man, I'm doing great. Good morning, everybody. Henry Wakefield, a.k.a. Squirt, 20-year pipe fitter by trade. Was able to sneak in just above Kevin. I think right after I hit enter, I saw his comment come up. I thought it was hilarious. I was like, yes, finally cruised one end to the other before Kevin could beat me today.
Yeah.
So I did good, and it wasn't by much, I promise. Now I run League Pro. We would like to thank League Pro for sponsoring today's episode of the Trade Talks. If you're a plumber out there and you don't do leak detection, give me a call. Check out our equipment. It's time to add leak detection to your business. I always suggest checking out the complete kit. It comes with both pieces of equipment, indoor and outdoor coverage. Check it out at www.leak-pro.com. But also, if you've never done leak detection, give me a call because I offer a 2-day in-person training here just outside of Dallas, Texas. I've got a facility built here where I go through and teach you how to pinpoint locate leaks under a slab, outside of a slab, even in sewer systems. So give me a call. Let's add this to your business. Give me a call at 1-8888-LEAK-PRO. I'd be happy to talk to you.
And if you'd like to learn what we do here, look, learning how to do YouTube was such an experience. And I've probably spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on coaches, on training, to get really good at it, to learn how to do it better. And now we actually teach people how to do it. But what we did first is we created a free course, or actually it's a free webinar. It's not even a course, but it's a webinar to explain that, look, you don't have to have the best equipment. You don't have to have 1 million followers. You don't have to have 1 million viewers. You can do really good on YouTube and grow your business, grow your brand, grow yourself. So if this is something you'd like to learn more about and you'd like to learn to do, go check this out. Go check this webinar out. It's free. Go to www.justmetroger.com. All right, Steven Rodriguez says Amazon library is amazing.
Ooh, I need to try that one.
Then you can just sit in your office for 24 hours. Then you don't have to walk uphill 10 miles each direction in the snow. I'm just saying he does it all for y'all. All right, so we're going to jump into the national news. Severe weather in the Midwest shuts down job sites. Now, I got to tell you, I've been in the trades for a long time. And we used to love rain days. Used to love them.
Yes.
I mean, it wasn't good because of some of the establishments we ended up at.
Well,
and giving away our paycheck.
The construction guys don't get a lot of
$1
days
bill
off.
at a time, or $1 $5 bill at a time.
So that's why we love rainouts.
Yeah. So let's kick it off with some weather that's hitting the trays hard. Yeah. Severe storms and flooding across the Midwest have thrown a wrench into a lot of construction schedules. And guys, that's not good because that is something you can't predict. As an employee, as an employer, either one. But crews in Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana are reporting multi-day delays due to flash floods, wind damage, and road closures. Now, one general contractor in central Illinois told Construction Dive that they lost an entire week of slab pours and material deliveries, costing thousands in labor and rescheduling alone. Now, if it's costing them thousands in labor, I wonder if they're paying their people for weather days, because
Yeah, I mean, that is tough because we don't know what we don't know. So you can't, like,
I get it.
zero production's tough.
Most people, though, are no.
That's it. And
We
this-
don't get paid for days off in the trade.
That's it. And it's not just weather, though.
Right.
It's about being prepared. Okay. Because if your company doesn't have a clear plan for these weather delays, especially in the major storm heavy seasons, you're risking way more than just downtime. Okay.
And remember, look, and I noticed coming in from the airport the other day, flags in Texas are still at half mast. We've lost hundreds. Well, I'm gonna say hundreds, over 100.
Over
We know. There's still, I think, over 100 missing. So, guys, we've the storms in Central Texas have been horrible. The Hill Country's not set up for this, and I mean, literally, I think I read something on the news yesterday. The water rose 37 feet in 2 hours.
Yeah.
On a river that people are camping next to, that camps are next to. And I don't mean camps like camping. I mean like a camp where cabins with kids for retreats are in. So anyway, remember that. Back to the job site, though. Now we're talking about staging equipment in safe zones, having rainout schedule procedures, even diversifying your work zones. So if your crews can shift indoors, if there's a place to do it or a way to do it, that's great. Because the weather may be unpredictable. It is unpredictable. But your response should not be. You should understand and know, hey, look, if it rains, we're going to move everybody here.
Yep.
You may have to have pumps in place. You may have to set up for dewatering. There's a lot of different things that you may have to do. And you've got to remember that. If you want to go ahead and pull that up, you've got to be ready for it. I mean, think about it. If you're not ready, you're completely behind the 8 ball. If you're literally like, oh my God, it's raining today, what are we going to do? I don't know. Should we go to the store and buy raincoats, umbrellas, cases of beer?
Let's waste a couple hours and go do that.
Let's waste a few hours and figure it. Oh, sorry. Let's waste a few hours and figure it out.
Yeah, we'll let our 50 guys stand around
while we
go
try
shopping.
to decide, how to resolve this problem. And I used to love that. Because, I mean, think about it. When I was working out at the airport, we had the water box. And the water box was in case of a flood.
Yep.
And we're actually going to make a video. Y'all are going to get preview. Ready? We're going to make a video. Is SharkBite the best plumbing fitting ever?
Okay. Interesting.
I'm just saying. Because when you've got a flood box and they've got SharkBite fittings on there, because that way, if somebody hits a valve or breaks the valve and water's coming out, you got to find out how to shut it off.
Yep.
Press fittings are one of the best things to do.
Press, push to connect.
Push to connect. Sorry, either one.
And I was going to say both, because you can do press in that situation too. You can't just remove it though.
Right.
And that's the cool thing about the SharkBite.
It's really, really cool. All right. So anyway, guys, think about the weather. You got to be prepared for it. Sometimes a flood looks like it's raining. All right, website
Definitely
review,
so.
constructiondive.com. Now, if you're not already reading Construction Dive, you're missing out on one of the best industry intel sources out there. Now, it's not just fluffy headlines. The site gives you real-time construction news, market trends, and expert analysis. Everything from federal infrastructure, funding, to tool tech reviews, union updates, everything. One feature that Randy loves, well, the project leads section. It helps you spot where the work is, which we talk about all the time, before it hits your local bid boards. So if you're keeping up with this, you're ready for work coming and you're looking ahead and ready to bid it. And the site's full of expert commentary from pros in the field. He uses it almost every day to prep for this show. And if you're trying to grow your trades industry or grow in your industry or stay ahead of code and regulation shifts, it's worth knowing about it and bookmarking it. That way you can get to it regularly. What's your favorite thing about this one?
Honestly, one of my favorite things about this one, you know, how it says, I use this a lot. I do. I'm signed up to all of their newsletters here. And some of the things that I end up talking about in this show do kind of come from that because it's so quick. They stay on top of it, guys. I run multiple things, do a lot of things.
Sorry. You're back.
And was it not playing?
I don't know.
Okay.
I looked and saw it. I just thought I'm going to click it just in case.
Cool. The orange box, usually it's going.
Okay.
But this lets you know some of the last minute things. And I love that coming into here because sometimes I'll take a topic and we'll just completely do something different because Construction Dive let me know something happened yesterday that I didn't find in my research yet because I was headed a direction for the show layouts. But guys, this is a great resource, especially on the newsletter side, to get a lot of information. But they cover infrastructure, labor, safety, tech. They cover every aspect of construction. It's not just one, and it covers a lot of different trades, which is what I like too, because I want to know a little bit of everything, not just my trade and what's going on in my world. What are some of the other things changing? Because that could end up affecting my world. And that's one of the things I like about this. You keep current with a lot of news, different things that are coming out, stuff like that. It's just a good spot to go.
I love it.
To get a lot of information in one place. And that's what we like to kind of cover here. So,
sustainability and resilience.
That's
you
it.
got to love it. All right, so let's roll over to business growth because using social media to actually grow your trades business can work. Now, I'm coaching a company, and I've actually had two more reach out lately about coaching, which is really funny because, you know, it's something that we're getting into, but trades companies reach out to me all the time and say, look, how do we grow? How do we grow like you did? I'm enjoying it. So let's talk about something that still scares a lot of old school tradespeople, and that is social media. The truth is, it's not about going viral. It's about being seen by people in your community who need what you do. Facebook and Instagram are still king for local service work. If you've got a local service company and you're not on Facebook, if you're not on Instagram, believe it or not, for a local business, if you're not on Pinterest, just pasting pictures of before and after works, especially if you're running like small display ads or posting finished job photos, you should be doing it on your Google business page, your GBP. To me, that's social media. It's on the internet. It's not news. It's not the radio. It's not television. But if you're running small ads doing that, you should be on there. And TikTok is even exploding for trades education and behind the scenes job content. LinkedIn, well, that's where the general contractors are hiring. The average median income for LinkedIn is almost twice as much as any other social platform. And you can go check out Toolbox Divas or Victor Does It. They didn't just post tools. They told stories. They educated. And their business, well, it started blowing up because of it. We started doing YouTube and our business started blowing up because of it. So if you want to grow, start small. 2 to 3 posts a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're going to make a post about a job that we're working on while we do it good. You can film a quick tip from a job site and watch your engagement grow. And I always love doing that and then putting in the comments, has anybody ever had this happen to them?
I like it.
Because everybody wants to tell you their story. Then use the analytics to see what works and what flops. Tweak it accordingly. It's free marketing, and most of your competitors still aren't doing it well. So these are the kind of things that I'm actually starting to teach because people are like, hey, how do we use it? How do we get started? Now, of course, normally the companies that want to hire me, they want to start doing YouTube. They want to start getting bigger. They want to start getting national attention. This helps your domain authority. Once we started making videos and people started realizing it was Texas Green Plumbing, our domain authority was going up higher than $80 and $100 million companies here in Dallas because we had so many people coming to our website and staying there.
That's the key.
It works. I mean, it does. It works. And the sooner you learn, and I don't mean learn to do it to get good at it, but the sooner you learn to do it, just get in, make a post, do it 3 times a week, be consistent with it, the sooner you're going to grow. And it does work.
And it's okay to start small with
Yeah,
simple
yeah.
things. It doesn't have to be anything major. It doesn't have to be an hour-long live. No, it can be a quick still image and just some text if you want. That's all it takes.
Randy,
to
I remember
start.
one of the very first times I went out, my guys were changing out a valve box in the front yard. And I literally pulled out my phone and says, hey guys, Roger Wakefield here, just letting you know, look, we're out changing a valve box because. Now I'm looking at the phone, but I'm also showing what we're doing. And we just put that up on Facebook. And all of a sudden it's like, man, it's got, 5,000 views.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, this is Facebook. This is crazy.
That's it.
But people were sharing it like, oh my gosh, Roger, I didn't know you did this. This is cool. It works. And it actually works pretty daggum well. All right, back into the comments real quick. Adrian R says, good morning. How are you doing? Good to see you in here. Matt Miyagi says, or Matt McDonough, I always do that. Mr. Miyagi of Plumbing and Squirt, what's up, brothers? Happy Monday. Sorry I missed Friday. Was swamped on Friday. Keeping you guys in my prayers. That flooding was crazy. And man, it still is. They're still down there looking for people. Matthew Trevino says, I have a friend who works for a large construction company. His job is solely to track weather across the country.
Yep.
And big companies do that. Matt McDonough says, what? Shark bites? I'm just saying.
That's what. That was my thought, Matt.
I know. He
Okay.
kicked me twice under here to make sure I was awake. It's like, no, really, I'm awake. I know what I just said.
Did you hear the words that just came out of your mouth,
I know.
sir?
Go get the bar of soap. You don't talk that way.
Not in this studio.
I know. All right, we're going to jump into service work. Upselling that does not feel pushy. Now, let's dig into the real money maker in service work, and that is upselling the right way. And guys, I love it when tradespeople tell me, oh, well, I don't do sales. Okay. Don't want you to. I want you to give people options based on your professional opinion. Period. We're not talking about pushing things that the customer does not need. We're talking about identifying problems that they already have, explaining them clearly, and giving them an easy option to say yes. If you train your technicians to observe and communicate, you see rust on the shutoff valves? Hey, you know what? This valve may need to be replaced. Offer the replacement. If you notice an old water heater, and that's one of my favorite stories, I was at a house of a roofer, and she wanted to move her laundry room into the garage because she wanted to turn the laundry room into a closet where she could just extend her master closet. Yep. Great idea. But in my 360-degree inspection, I noticed that she had 2 water heaters in the attic above her 2-story vaulted ceiling that were 14 years old. They're 6-year water heaters. So, hey, if I were you, I'd change the water heaters first. She said, yeah, but I want this. Okay. That was on a Thursday. I get a call from her Monday morning and said, I wish I'd listened to you last week. So what do you mean? She said, you looked at my water heaters. I said, yeah. She said, well, I left for vacation on Friday. We went out of town for the weekend, came back late Sunday night, and my house was flooded. Her beautiful vaulted 2-story ceiling was now in her living room floor. It ran over to the kitchen, which was now the ceiling down in the kitchen floor. And she was out of the house almost 9 months. Guys, it's not fun. But if you notice an old water heater, give them information on energy savings from a new one. Maybe even upgrading to a tankless. Add-ons like leak sensors, the remote leak detection products, water filtration.
Yes.
If you walk in a house and you're not testing the water every single time you walk in, and I'll tell you the easiest way to do it, when you walk in the house, say, hey, Squirt, look, but why do my 360-degree inspection? There's a product called Halo Water Filters or Halo Water Systems. I want you to go to that website and scroll down. They have a thing called What's in Your Water. All I would like you to do is go in there. It'll ask you a couple of questions, but put in your zip code. And it's already pulled the water reports from around the country because this is public information. but I want you to pull it up and see what all's in your water. And then when we get down, when we're going to talk about it, and if you'd like, I can just test your water for chlorine, for pH, and see if it's good or if it's bad. And I'll probably know that from walking through, because if it's bad, you're probably going to have a toilet leak and you're going to have white powdery stuff all over your shower. That's calcium and magnesium. We can fix all that. But things like that, maybe drain cleaning. You just talk about it when you're doing your inspection or when you're doing your walkthrough. Hey, by the way, Squirt, as I'm walking to your house, do you have any drains that drain slow? Well, yeah, my lavatory in my bathroom. Okay, well, I know I'm here to check the water heater, but you want me to check that out? That's probably something that while we're here, we could clean out pretty cheap.
Yep.
There's a plumbing company in Dallas that increased their average ticket by $112 per call. And when you imagine that most plumbers run about 3 calls a day, and you increase that by $112, that's 15 extra calls a week. Each plumber's doing almost an extra $2,000 a week. It adds up quick. Just by training the techs to suggest one relevant upgrade per visit.
Yep. That's it. Like, you notice the water filtration when you're walking up to the home, guess what? You don't have to mention that. Skip that one.
Or just
What's the
mention,
next
hey,
one?
how long's it been since you've
When's the last time you've touched
serviced
it?
it? You've got one you don't ever have to service, like Randy? We put one in his house for 10 years. He doesn't have to touch it.
That's it.
He's got to change his sediment,
Sediment
filter.
once a year.
But that's it.
That's it.
Go out once a year to keep anything that may have floated through out. And my favorite is the whole house water filtration system. If you're a plumber and your company's not selling them, you should, number one, call Halo, because I think they're the best. But ask them, will you come train us how to do it?
The quick one, how long have you lived here? Have you ever tested your water?
Why would we do that?
Most people never
Yeah.
think of that. Like I would never really thought of it till I learned more, and then I knew more, and then it's like, holy crap! Well, yeah, I want you to test my water. What is coming out of my faucet? I want drinking water coming out of my tap, please. I love it.
And the thing is, never pressure the customer.
Nope.
I tell the story about the garage door guy that just come in trying to sell me the world. And then he's like, well, you're in the service industry. You ought to understand this. It's like, yeah, but I'm not screwing people over like you are.
That's it. You're a waiter.
When you got to threaten to shoot them to get them to leave, you're being a little too pushy.
Yes,
I'm just
for
saying.
sure. It's like, I like to think of it. You're a waiter. You're just giving them the menu. Here's your options. Oh, but right now we're running a special on this. This is special of the week. It's okay. That's not being pushy. It's not trying to make them buy that thing. No, it's just, hey, we're running a special on this. I just want you to be aware of it. Just so you know. That's it. You're not being pushy about it, and that's the key to
I'll tell
it.
you one thing I loved about it, and I'm glad that you said a waiter. I used to be a waiter at Simply Fondue.
Yeah. I remember being in that kitchen.
The best thing on the menu is the house special. It comes with a little bit of everything. It's the most expensive thing on the menu.
Yep.
But it's the freaking best. You get beef, you get pork, you get different kinds of beef, I think. You get chicken, you get shrimp. God, I mean, maybe even done lobster or something at times. It's like, guys, hi, Roger Wakefield, y'all ever been here before? Great. Read through the menu. The house special is the most amazing thing. It comes with a little bit of everything, all the sauces, all the batters. And since there's 4 of y'all and there's 2 burners here, we can do a white chocolate and dark chocolate dessert. I'll get back with you in a minute. They're like, don't leave. That's what we want. Okay. That's about all I ever sold. If I sold something that wasn't, I was like, wait, what?
Yep.
Chicken?
Yep.
Just chicken?
We don't eat red meat. Oh, okay. Yeah, that explains it.
And you bet. Good.
Yep.
Then you're going to love the chicken. The secret is to stay helpful.
That's the key. That's the one thing. Like, I'm from the trades. I was never a salesman. I didn't do a whole lot of service where I dealt with customers, things like that. I deal with sales all the time now. I do not look at myself as a sales guy. I'm just trying to help put the right tools in the right people's hands so they can elevate themselves in life. And that's the key to it. I'm not trying to force you to buy it. Look, sometimes some people call me and talk to me about equipment. And it's like, look, if you just do pulls, you may want to look at this other equipment. He's a pull guy. That is his specialty. That is what he focuses on. I focus more on the plumbers and that side of the world and that type of leak detection. It's a little different. Sometimes you're not always the right fit. Explain it to them though. Give them the options. Show them what's out there. It's a good thing to do, and it's a great way to build that relationship. And you earn a lot of respect doing that too.
You bet. And guys, here's the deal. When you're there, you're the professional. I used to literally tell people, look, if you were my mom or my sister, here's what I would recommend.
Yep.
Because I would recommend the very best for them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've got bidet toilet seats at home. I want the very best. I'm just being honest.
Yep.
I've got the Halo water system at home. I don't just talk about it. I use it.
Yep. Happy to use it.
Happy to use it. Yeah, I know. We need to install one up here. Okay, materials, equipment, and tools. Wearable safety tech is the future. And we talk about this a lot. And Randy, I mean, this is one of your favorites. I know you bring it up a lot.
Yeah, it's been a while.
OSHA's changed a lot.
Yes. Well, I was looking at something just the other day
Squirrel.
for the heat. No. A safety vest that has ice holders to where you freeze these packs and put them in to keep you cool because of the heat.
I got a better idea.
Go ahead.
Let's pull the seat off your mower and install a cold plunge tub. So now you can cold plunge while you mow.
You ain't seen how I mow. I'd shake all the water out.
I've had the neighbors. They said, Randy mows naked. Will you get him to stop? I said, I can't.
I tried.
I said, that's why I'm not here. You don't do it when I'm here.
That's it.
All right. So let's look at one of the coolest trends hitting the job sites, the wearable safety tech.
Wearable safety is one of my favorites to talk about, guys, because we are seeing smart helmets with built-in communication systems. I've always wondered that on job sites. Why do we not just have built-in radio so that we can talk to our team while we're working? Mm-hmm. And we can switch it to different stations so we can talk to different crews. Great thing. It's becoming a reality.
Yep.
Vest with location sensors for emergency response. Even safety glasses that display job site instructions in real time.
Can you imagine your glasses saying, head to your muster point now? You are supposed to be on muster point 3.
That's where we're headed.
No, I get it. I love it.
I think it's great. Like, I talk about VR and AR a lot, and I have got a set now. I can pull up YouTube. I can pull up some multiple things.
Hey, where are my safety glasses at? I can't find them.
That's it. I used to do that a lot. A whole lot. But there was one GC that was in Colorado that equipped their crew with smart vests that detect falls or high heat exposure. They saw a 40% reduction in incident reports. That early alert is a lot, and it's for safety. That's why we promote these things. We want you to go home the same way that you showed up to work. That's the key to it.
Are these things cheap?
Not necessarily, but when you compare it to a life, hell yeah, they're cheap.
Well, and you say just compare it to life. Sitting next to Barry Z or Mark Z, he's literally like a back incident cost me $100,000 out of pocket.
Yeah, I was gonna say a heat exposure. It's a lot.
Oh yeah,
and then they're more susceptible to them in the future. So if you put stuff like this in place to keep that first time from ever happening, you're helping prevent more in the future.
And if you look at it's not just the cost of the work comp or anything. What if you get an OSHA fine?
Yeah.
That gets expensive. And it gets really expensive if you've already had an OSHA fine.
That's it.
It goes like 10x.
And the good thing, though, now is the tech is getting cheaper. Okay? So you can expect some wearable PPE to be standard issue within 3 to 5 years. It's just going to be the new norm. So if you're ahead of that curve, your site's safer and more attractive to clients and crews alike. Because if they know that you're embracing your crew with the smart technology to keep all your workers safe, they want you on the job instead of the guy that's not doing that. I'm just telling you.
Okay, Mr. Cameron Burgess says you should do another episode with the elevator mechanics.
Yep.
Love that episode. We can look at that. James Lewis, Garden Guardian, says most first world companies are declining in population. Like our population is growing. Apparently there's, trades population. Okay, that makes sense. Apparently there are less young people coming into the trades, but I see the average age of electricians at 41. That's not too bad. it's not too bad. The average age of plumbers in Texas is 58. Point being, is the demand still going to be there? Rich people are starting to realize real estate is starting to dwindle in the next 10 years, supply increase, maybe more industrial world going forward. But even if it's a more industrial world, these people need a place to stay. Housing is the biggest need in tradespeople around the United States. We need every trade. Matt says, did you guys get the video I sent you about the heat wave in Vegas and how the workers are working it? Yeah, I did. And I hadn't got to show that to Randy. Matt, I just got back in town. But yeah, I did.
I know he sent me some good ones here recently.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's the guys out and they're like, look, we take a break every 2 hours. Yeah, it's a bunch of cool stuff. And look, I love that people share me stuff because when I do social media, a lot of time it's conveying information. A lot of time it's collaborating with other people, but a lot of time it's just, hey, I love what you're doing. Let me share that. Let's talk about it. But guys, a lot of you are afraid that you can't do YouTube. And I am so grateful that my mindset didn't work that way. I saw it and thought, man, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. So let's do this. And I see somebody over here says, where else is this streaming? Guys, if you're on Instagram, TikTok, anybody else watching outside the norm, go to YouTube, search the Trade Talks Live, and hit subscribe and ring the bell. That way you don't miss out on anything. And then there's a whole nother channel called Roger Wakefield Plumbing Education. I heard he's good looking.
It's a lie.
Is it?
Yeah, I checked it out. Yeah.
I heard he's sharp. Like a dull tack.
Yeah. I was going to say he's got a sharp mustache.
There you go. Anyway, guys, if you want to learn how to do YouTube, go to www.justmattroger.com. I've got a free webinar where I literally teach you how to get over that mindset. Because YouTube's not the problem. It's you thinking that it won't work for you. That's the problem.
That's it. And everybody, we would like to thank the major sponsor, Leak Pro, for hosting today's episode. Leak Pro manufactures the most precise leak detection equipment for professional plumbers. And if you're a plumber out there, you've never done leak detection and you want to add it to your business. You know, I hear a lot of calls. People have it on their vision board. Man, it's been up here for 2 years. I haven't reached out. Reach out to me. Give me a call. Let's talk. We can add Leak Pro to your business. I build super easy to use equipment. The only adjustment on the whole thing is a volume knob on the headphones, push button activation. I build a couple different devices. I build the probe for that meter to the home service. It's a durable one for probing in and out of the ground. But then I also make the Sidekick, and that Sidekick's got an aluminum rod. That's the one that's perfect for listening through slabs, whether it's a slab in a home, driveway, sidewalks, anything like that. That aluminum rod, it eliminates the layer of concrete that you're listening through to pinpoint locate leaks. So check out the complete kit at www.leak-pro.com. But also, if you're not familiar with the process and how to go about doing it, give me a call because I offer a 2-day in-person training here where we built a training facility with 11 leaks under a slab. We'll go through, train you how to locate the lines, pinpoint locate those leaks, also have a leak outside of the slab so that you're familiar with what that sounds like also. But then also I've got a couple sewer systems set up, one cast iron and one PVC. We go through and teach you how to determine precisely where a sewer system's leaking, all from the double clean out outside of the house. So give me a call and let's talk about the equipment or the training and how we can add this to your business. Give me a call at 1-8888-LEAK-PRO. I'd be happy to discuss it with you.
The mustache of wisdom.
Mustache of wisdom.
Got to love it.
It's beautiful and sharp.
Tell me about that Leak Pro. Guys, look, Leak Pro works. That's what I'll tell you. How's it work? Like it's supposed to. All right. MEP, geothermal HVAC, is quietly taking over. Now, geothermal HVAC is something most people don't even think about. And it's not just for eco-friendly builds anymore. This is becoming mainstream for both residential and light commercial. And if you want to know about geothermal HVAC, reach out to me because I know people doing waterless geothermal. The installations are getting easier with horizontal loop systems and hybrid models. Utility companies are even offering rebates for switching over to geothermal. And guys, if you're not doing this, this is something you need to be doing. Now, energy savings can hit 50 to 70% over time. Can you imagine getting your HVAC for 70% cheaper? That means long-term value for homeowners and building owners.
Means I'm really going to be in a meat locker.
I know. Ready to now and turn it down to 50. So we're seeing big adoptions in Colorado, North Carolina, and parts of the Midwest. But here's the thing. Installers are rare. If you don't know how to do this, if you don't have a company that can drill, contact them. Say, hey, I got a question. Do you do drilling for geothermal or anything like that? A lot of these companies can do it really easy. Installers are rare, guys. You have a great opportunity here. If you're in HVAC and want to differentiate your business, you can get certified in geothermal systems. That could be your next level to a whole new level of income. Because, guys, it's not going away. If we can pull the heat and the cool out of the earth, let's do it.
We're going back to cave days. I love it.
I know. Climb back in the cave far
That's
enough,
it.
it feels cold.
Yes. I support geothermal for sure, because that's what I've always said. I wanted to do like underground bunkers to use the earth to keep that controlled space. It's a great thing.
Well, last week I'm in Western Idaho, Eastern Oregon, and like up in a mountain there, went up a hill for a deal that we did up there.
Cutting to the side.
It is no up the side, just straight up the side. It's 85, almost 90 degrees down on the ground. It's 63 up at the top.
Yeah.
I mean, you got up there and you're in the shade, and it's like, guys, this is chilly. And you see all these daggum grown men, and they're like, gosh, it's like, I know I should have brought my jacket.
Love it.
All right, where the work is. Florida. I'm in. You know what? Can we go live from Florida? Should we go find out?
Well, so here's the way I took this.
Okay.
You know how we're always talking about population's booming in Texas. More people are moving to Texas.
Point them to Florida.
They're going to Florida right now.
California,
That is
just
what
keep
this
going.
is.
Just keep going.
Just
You're
keep
halfway
going
there.
further. That's
You're
it.
halfway there.
We're the pit stop now. I love it. Love it.
Pit stop.
Pit stop.
Pits off, America.
If you are willing to move or even just take temporary work, Florida's booming. With over 1,000 people moving to the state every day. Housing developments, commercial properties, and infrastructure projects are all ramping up. When more people are coming, guess what? You need more places,
trades.
you need more water, you need more sewer, you need more power, you need more of everything.
And which ones do we always talk about? Because which ones are needed the most?
The major ones, M, the E, and the P, guys. Your plumbing, your electrical, your HVAC, the skilled trades are booming because everybody wants to be comfortable in those new places that they're headed to over in Florida. But there's some major projects in Tampa, Orlando, and the Panhandle that are short on skilled labor. GCs are even offering housing stipends. Some regions to attract out-of-state crews.
So now we can go there and they give us a place to live.
They'll give us a place to stay.
Are they going to call us squatters?
They'll pay us pretty good money.
Oh, well, God, then we got to get up and do plumbing every day.
Oh, ew, yuck.
Actually,
it'll be fun
guys,
for
we
a
do
while.
love that.
It'll be fun for a while. That's it. You can check some local sites like Build Central Florida or trade specific boards to find legit job postings and networking events. Get down there, start to get in the know. And if you want to stay busy and paid, Florida's worth watching, guys. Just look past Texas from California. It'd be fun.
Like I said, when you get to Texas, you're halfway there. Just
Pit stop.
Just keep on going. Stop at Buc-ee's.
I was going to say, got to stop by Buc-ee's.
Get your beaver nuts.
Yep, beaver nuggets, ready to go.
You know those are really beaver nuts.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
just
tasty and they're sweet.
he said it, not me. All right, instructor training. Moving on to better things.
Gamification that gets results.
You know, we've been talking about this for a while.
We have, and like, did you know that trades are a sport?
I did. I've been playing it for years. I've been winning too.
I'm a professional sports player.
I know.
Man.
Whoa. That's a whole new way to
That's
look
a
at it.
whole new way to look at it.
Can I go back and renegotiate some of my
I
contracts?
definitely need to. We need to step into the office
know.
real quick. This is my boss, y'all. If you want
Wait,
to know,
you've never said that before.
if you want to know what's helping apprentices retain more and drop out less, yeah, it's gamification.
Love it.
Okay. And they actually are. A lot of the trade schools and stuff we watch a lot, they are going out and competing against each other. That's what all professional sports go out and do. Go out and compete against each other for that top prize. And guys, that's right. We are turning training modules into point-based, competitive, or milestone-driven systems. And that's what's going to show huge results here. I'm a gamer. I grew up on games. And guess what? If there's a score, there's an achievement that needs to be done, I'm going to get it in my games.
Right. Let me get to that next level before I go to bed.
That's what the trades can be too. Oh, let me just gain that next level of knowledge to help elevate me a little bit more. Let me level up my game. We've seen electrical programs.
I've been trying to get you to level up your game for a long
I
time.
know, and I've just been blowing through it. I found out the cheat codes.
There you go.
We've seen electrical programs where apprentices earn badges for wiring diagrams, or plumbing shops where trainees level up after each pipe fitting challenge. See, I would have flown through those.
I see.
But it does. It taps into something primal, guys. And people want to win. And when they're having fun, they learn faster. Okay?
I like that.
But you really do need to make sure that your system has clear progression. They really need to know when they're leveling up to that next level. When did I complete this one to move to the next one? Have it clear. Also, offer real rewards or recognition. When they achieve 10 steps, do they get something? Do they get a better parking spot? What do they get? There needs to be something, or even a leaderboard, so that they can get recognized by who's competing the hardest this week. And if you can see that live all the time, they're going to compete just a little bit harder to try to hit the top.
Yeah.
But also make sure that you allow for some feedback and revision, because you're going to want to make some slight changes based on the feedback. And there's nobody better to tell you how to do it or what makes it better than the people that are actually going through it. Also, don't be afraid to keep score on the whiteboard in the shop on display for everybody to see, because a little healthy competition never hurt anybody.
And not only that, it makes us want to do more. It makes us want to get better. If, you know, I used to tell people, because I never went through the union, but I became an instructor later. And they're like, well, you wouldn't have studied when you were in a union. It's like, oh, no. I'd want to be the apprentice of the year every year. I want to beat everybody else. That's just me. So it works. Tell me about that. League Pro, it's called management by objectives. Let the employees set the reward. Yeah. Excuse me. What do y'all want to win? Yep. And find a way to make it work. Make it worth their while.
That's it.
All right. Specialty. Now, this is something that I've had to deal with in the past just because of jobs that we do and where we're at and things like that. But the historical district, historical building restoration, it ain't easy.
No.
And you got to be set up ready. And I mean, you've got to know what you're doing. But even things like pulling permits and getting inspections can take twice as long. Pulling permits can take 5 times as long.
Yes. And that's it. And that's why this is a specialty, because it does take a special type of person.
And there's
got to be ready
to learn.
That's it. You've got to be ready to wait in the long lines and jump through the extra hurdles, because restoring a historical building, it's not the same as remodeling a modern house. It's more like performing surgery. They want to know exactly what you're doing. It's like a doctor walking you through a surgery. Here's exactly what we're cutting. Here's exactly what we're changing. Here's what we're putting in. Here's all the steps and procedures and da 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 da. Oh, but let's run all these tests and everything first. Okay, well, these are all the hoops we got to jump through, and that's what's going to happen. Your materials have to match the era, right down to the mortar mix, or even the trim profile. It's got to be the right time. Historical, they don't play. They want it to be from that time, and it has to match. That's why this is a great specialty if you're that person that wants to go find that exact mold trim. Let me go find something that's an exact match for that I can get and actually install. But you've got to know how to work around fragile systems. There's going to be lead paint in a lot of these historical places.
And you've got to be careful around that.
You've got to be careful. Asbestos, things like that. You've got to know how to work in these places. And guys, sometimes there is no existing documentation.
No blueprints, no record drawings, no as-built.
Yeah. Is this asbestos? Nobody knows. Guess what? Assume it is then.
Yeah.
That's how they look at that. But there's been some successful projects.
One of my favorite places.
Like the Driscoll Hotel.
That is the coolest hotel. I was there a few months ago. I went down. I'm trying to remember what I went down for, but it was real quick in, quick. Oh, I was there for Brennan Burchard.
Yeah.
And walked over to the Driscoll because they've got the coolest little wood bar. I mean, it's no bigger than this room, meaning there's a bar going around and maybe the inside of it's this big with a bar around the outside.
Yeah.
And like a bartender on each 3 sides, and walked down and opened up the side door and went in, and it was a work construction area. They're rebuilding it, remodeling it. And I guarantee you they're not taking out this wood bar because it is freaking beautiful. But the Driscoll's the coolest hotel.
Yeah. The Preservation Society work in Charleston. This shows that the work is delicate but very lucrative. Okay. But it takes a very specific set of skills to go in and work in a historical place.
I love that. You know, there's the girl on TV, Nicole, the blonde-haired girl, rehab addict or something. She's in Detroit. She'd buy this old house or come into this old house and fix it and make it even more old. Meaning, if somebody had covered wood side lap paneling or something, she'd come in and take off the wallpaper and restore the wood. She would do anything she could to keep it original. And I always love that. But that takes a bigger skill than just, hey, you know what? They got paneling house just covered up with wallpaper.
Yep. Let's just hide it.
Let's hide it. Yeah, let's cover it up with something else. Let's put marble in front of it and make it look new. No. Specialize. Get really good at rebuilding stuff.
Yeah. If you want in, you're going to have to look for some training via Historic Preservation Trust or the National Center for Preservation Training and Technology. Guys, it is niche, but it's growing fast as more buildings hit that 100+ year in age. And it's happening more and more because time's flying, guys. It's flying.
Yeah. And I don't know if y'all notice that the older we get, the faster it seems to be happening. Yeah. Okay. So Squirt is pulling up one of my favorite girls on YouTube, Lex the Electrician. Today's spotlight goes to her, and let me tell you, she brings it. Yeah. Okay, so her content is gold for both pros and rookies. She walks you through troubleshooting scenarios, unboxing gear, and even shows safety missteps and how to fix them. One of her viral videos finds a melted panel behind a kitchen wall, over 1 million views. Real commentary that teaches while it entertains. So if you're an electrician or just want to see how good content looks, follow Lex the Electrician. What do you see here?
Man, yeah, she's been on here since 2022. Mm-hmm. So a few years now.
I think I actually tried getting her in for a live stream at one point.
I'm trying.
It's been a while.
I think she did. I think she may have done a
Did she come
podcast
in?
with us.
Maybe she
Actually,
did.
I'm thinking for some reason.
Colton,
I'd have to verify.
if you have a podcast with Lex the electrician, will you put a link in there, please?
Yeah, I'll have to check. She's over 44 million views now. And it's an up and comer. And I love pulling up and comers. People that are out there doing it. I love to support women in the trades.
Absolutely. And when did you say she
Always.
started? 2020?
2022.
22?
So
Okay.
it's been a few years here.
No, that's only 3
Getting dirty.
years.
Look, putting in work.
hey.
I love it. One of my favorites.
Absolutely.
Favorites. Let's go back to the oldest. Start there real quick.
Up in a bucket.
Look, it's her out there
Doing
showing
the
off
work.
what she does
Yep, doing
at
the
work.
work.
That's it. Hey, this is what I do. Something that we're always telling people. Set up a camera, throw it up, just show them what you do. Most people don't know what we do in construction. I tell people I'm a pipe fitter, and they're like, well, what does that mean?
Yeah, what's a pipe fitter do?
I fit
You
pipe
should have made
together.
videos and put them on YouTube to show your family what you do.
I should have.
Because when your daughters always ask me, so, Papa, what does Daddy do? I said, nothing. Nothing. That's what he does. He
Nothing
does
at all.
nothing.
I don't do anything.
Like, well, he says he works hard. It's like, yeah, y'all believe that? Sorry. Go
That's
ahead.
it. But a lot of this, it's out there doing the work. And if you really do want to get started on socials, that's the key. Just hit record, get in front of that camera, and be you. That's the key to it all. But all of this, okay, one of our most popular here, full burnt panel change out.
Yeah, that's one that was behind the wall.
Yep. And electrical's dangerous, guys. You can't see half of what's going on. That's why I do not prefer electrical myself. I try to avoid it at all possible. But get out there and show the things off that you do, how you go about fixing problems, things like that. I was just doing multi-part segments and stuff now. 7-part series is pretty good. But it's not just electrical work also. She's doing some different reviews of cameras and things now. Some different stuff that she sets up.
Okay,
And-
now I want to talk about this because a lot of this is vehicle now.
Yeah.
So it's not just
Yeah, she's
electrical
starting to
anymore, it looks
weld.
like.
Doing some welding.
Painting
on the truck
painting
and
rims,
stuff.
installing a new aftermarket hardtop, but it's a Ford, so yeah, we
Hey,
shouldn't have
she's
picked
cooking
her.
tomahawks. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, she's testing out some other things, just
Mm-hmm.
trying to play and have some fun. Showing off different things you do. And that's the key, guys, is it doesn't have to just be one thing. You
Right.
don't have to just show off your work. You can show off you hanging out and grilling some steaks with the crew or something. Like,
Why don't we ever hang out and grill steaks anymore?
well, you know,
Because then you'd have to come in on Saturdays, Dad.
that's it. And I was going to say we gave up Saturdays.
I know.
You know, that's,
I know.
but man, we may have to grill some tomahawks.
There you go. See, her channel works. It got us going. You know, look, I love seeing different people do social media. Yeah, I'm going to jump into questions. I saw a couple up there. All right, so let's come back up here.
Okay. She hadn't been.
Okay, good. Okay, so this says get her one. Yeah, we need to. Those top videos get the most views. You know, they do good for us, the podcast interviews that they do, and I'm reaching out to other people as we speak. Started doing that with Google Glass. Too bad I stopped. Yeah, look, get on and just start doing stuff, guys. It works. Kenny says, hello, sunshine, what's up? 100%. And don't edit. Keep it real. You know, our podcast, we don't edit a lot. We jump from camera to camera, but we don't cut it. Very seldom has anybody said anything and I'm like, wait, I shouldn't have said that.
Yep.
And I always give them that opportunity because they may say something that may get them at trouble at work. Like, you know, hey, we use this proprietary system and, oh, wait, I'm not supposed to tell you about that. I understand. I don't want anybody to get in trouble. I know, it's a Ford. Oh. As an HVACR technician, we do everything. There are plenty of videos to take on our jobs. And Tim, everybody should have it out and do it. And Tim, we could talk about it. Do you ever come to Dallas, or are you in Dallas? I like to hear people's story first. Life is great. All right, brother. Appreciate that. Guys, here's the deal. We love what we do. I mean, I do. Randy calls it a job, but, and I guess in a way it is. You know, we have to show up. We have to do the work. But at the end of the day, man, this has been so great for, first of all, my business, and then for me. For the business, it helped our business grow and explode. I remember walking out of the office one day, and this was just after starting YouTube and doing it for a while. And I walked out of the office one day, and my CSR at the front desk says, "You realize we got 3 tunnel jobs off YouTube today?" I'm like, "Wait, what? No way." It's 9 o'clock in the morning. We didn't get 3 jobs. She says, "Well, here's the deal. We got the 3 jobs last week. We've had the dig crews out last week. Now we've got 3 plumbers out on jobs that they've already tunneled up under the house. They're actually out fixing it." Now, guys, tunnel jobs in plumbing are anywhere from $5,000 to, I think the most expensive we ever did was like $115,000 or $125,000 around in there. And we also help those customers get insurance money back. So we know what we're doing. But at the end of the day, doing YouTube helped us make video content that we could put out there and show people what we do. And it did. It helped grow the business. If you've ever thought of doing YouTube, if you've ever thought, "Man, I'd like to, but I can't," or "I'd like to, but it can't work for me," guys, there's nothing exciting, sexy, or just overly fun about plumbing. Just for some reason, I love it. But people can go to YouTube and search the word plumbing and find me and find our videos and what we do. So what I'd want to tell you is, if you think that YouTube is something you'd be interested in trying, I made a free webinar, and I made it for y'all. Go check out this webinar. It talks about the right camera equipment. Do you need it? Do you not need it? It talks about views, followers, subscribers, stuff like that. You don't have to have all that to get started, but you've got to start in order to get there. So I made the free webinar to teach people, hey, if it's something you're interested in, go check it out. You can go find it at www.justmettroger.com. And after you watch it, come back over here and let me know what you think about it.
That's it. Everybody, we would like to thank League Pro for sponsoring today's episode of the Trade Talks. They let us knuckleheads come in here, hang out, and talk trades for an hour every day, Monday through Fridays. And League Pro manufactures the most precise leak detection system for professional plumbers. Build 2 different devices. Got the probe for that meter to the home service, and that sidekick for when you go indoors, you're listening through a slab, even driveways and sidewalks. So check out the complete kit at www.leak-pro.com. But also, if you're not familiar with leak detection and the process of how to go about finding leaks, give me a call, because I offer a 2-day in-person training here just outside of Dallas, Texas, where I will take you out there. We'll run through. We do line locating. I've got a slab with 11 leaks under it, so we can go through pinpoint leak detection and how you go about doing that over and over. We'll get in those reps.
And we just had some people come out that were literally like, "Oh my gosh." I used to walk in and I'd give a big area and say, "Hey, we think it's here."
Yeah. Now it just dials in.
He says, now I'm like, I know right where it is.
Yep.
The training is amazing. Sorry about that. It's just,
and we do. So I'll run through the slab leak detection, pinpoint locating. I also have a leak outside of the slab to teach you what that sounds like also. But then also we'll teach you how to determine precisely where a sewer system's leaking, all from that double clean out outside. So if you want to add leak detection to your list of services.
And you do.
That's it. If you're a plumber out there and you don't right now, give me a call at 1-8888-LEAK-PRO, and let's discuss how this can help you in your business.
How many plumbing companies out there literally think, "I don't want to add to my bottom line. I don't want to make more revenue"?
Hopefully none.
I know, but I just think it's that they don't know.
Yeah.
Guys, it's something that any apprentice you have can start to learn this. When I had Texas Green Plumbing, we were still sending apprentices out because they're not getting into the plumbing system. They're listening for a leak. It doesn't say in the Texas state laws and licenses that an apprentice cannot listen to the plumbing system. We could send them out trained for leak detection. They're not penetrating the system. They're not getting in it. They can find leaks.
Yep.
And it works. So if it's something that you think, "Hey, I'd really like to get my people trained," give us a quarter call at 1-8888-LEAK-PRO. All right. Jump into comments. Looks like Tim's got a bunch of them here. Great, Tim. Don't come to Dallas. I'm in Colorado. Oh, dude, we have passion. Tim, I don't do Zoom. If I interview you, it's in person. Go back in every interview I've ever done. I don't do Zoom at all. Not for that. Use your phone in the beginning, and we did, phone and laptop. Awesome. Shared your channel. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. We do pretty cool stuff, and it is cool. Thanks, guys. Great job. Sounds like ultrasonic technology. No, because ultrasonic, we've done too. I've done ultrasonic leak detection for air. I love it. But this is for water, and it's amazing. Got it. Thank you, brother. Guys, whatever you do out there today, remember, this is Monday. Most accidents happen on Monday or Friday. Stay focused on it. Don't worry about what you did this last weekend. Think about where you're at today and the lives you're protecting. So whatever you do out there today, do it safe and have fun.
Everybody, happy Monday. Hope to see you back in here tomorrow for a wonderful Taco Tuesday. Get out there and hit it effing hard, guys. You know we will. See you tomorrow.
Thanks, guys.